Hey, so I just got done with the recording about the Facebook cover photos, and I was Googling free online photo editors to share a link with you guys in the post so that you had a way to resize some of these because I know not everybody has, Adobe Photoshop. Um, so I found Canva, which I've mentioned before in some of my posts, and I've played with it here and there. Just so that I was familiar with it before I recommended it to anybody. But since I have all these, professional industry tools, I don't use it for much. But I know people who do, and it turns out they have a photo editing tool on their website. So it's called Canva Photo Editor, and it's free. And I've tried this once already, and there are no watermarks or anything. So you can upload your own image by clicking there and browsing, or you can, drag and drop into their interface. And I'm going to use something that has text in it so that you guys can kind of see the resize for the cover photo purposes. So you're going to want to go to resize, but don't do that because resizing the image makes it bigger and smaller, which I mean is fine, but it's not what we want here. We want to crop it, okay? So let me just show you. You can go by ratio here, real quick and dirty, right? Or you can come over here and put in a custom size, which is what we're going to do. Now, if we type in the desktop dimensions for the cover photos, which is 820 pixels by 312, and then we'll eke it out. Oh, which doesn't really work, does it? I wonder if you can hold shift like in Adobe. Let's find out. If we hold shift, it still doesn't. It still doesn't constrain those proportions, but that's okay. We'll go with it anyway. 820 by 312. So you can see this is the area that I'm going to have. And so if you have text over here on the edge and you've sized for desktop, it's going to cut that off if there's not enough to resize at the top and bottom for mobile. So you want to size it for mobile first because as I showed you in the other video, then you can adjust it in the desktop version up and down, right? So we'll do that and we'll give it a little margin on the right because it's always good to have space. We'll get it just the way we want, hit apply, and that's pretty much it for sizing an image for Facebook. You want to make sure this doesn't look fuzzy. You want to start with the highest resolution image you possibly can. They also have pretty little filters. I would take it easy on the filters, okay? I'm not a huge fan of filters. You can adjust things like brightness, contrast, and saturation with this tool. I mentioned the resize before, which will resize your image. If you make it smaller, you cannot make it bigger again, okay? Just keep that in mind. You can rotate it and flip it, all that good stuff, right? But we were focusing on the cropping specifically for Facebook cover photos. And when you're done with that and you've hit apply and you're happy, you can download it. It's going to ask you to create an account, or you can just download your photo and say, I don't want to be bothered with you right now. And it'll open the window. You'll decide where to save it. You'll save it, and I'll show you, if I open it in Photoshop, that there's no watermark or anything here. So it's free to use, and it doesn't put a big old watermark on your photo. And when I was looking for my page. And when you upload your image here, you'll be able to wiggle it up and down, right? So that it looks good on desktop. And then when you look at it on mobile, when everyone looks at it on mobile, it won't chop off your text or chop off an important part of your image. So again, that's Canva Photo Editor. It's free, no watermarks. use it, crop your images, look better. You're welcome.